Welcome back to Incredibly, everybody. I'm Joey, joined by my co-host, as always, Uch. Which way are you? This way. Hot off tales of Craven the Hunter. We're looking forward. We're looking into the future because it's the end of the year. January 1st is 2 weeks away from the time of this recording. And so we're going to be looking at what we think is going to be the hottest comic book movie, comic book TV show, comic book whatever of 2025. We've got a top 10 list, but I'll read off the items that we have so far. If we missed anything, let us know, and then we'll talk about them next year. So we got Daredevil Born Again, Fantastic Four First Steps, Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts, the Wonder Man series, Eyes of Wakanda, Ironheart series, Marvel Zombies, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Invincible Season 3, Gen V Season 2, Harley Quinn Season 5, Peacemaker Season 2, good lord, and last but not least, Superman Legacy. So, Uch, why don't you start us off? We're doing a top 10 of what we think are going to be the hottest shows, the best shows of this next year, the end of 2025. Hopefully, we're still doing this, and hopefully, it's huge. It's going to be so big. This is going to be the biggest show on the internet. We're going to come back and look at our list and see what we got wrong, and kind of do our retrospective of the year.
At number 10, for me, I think will be Wonder Man.
Are you privy to Wonder Man?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Wonder Man actually did not make my list, I think, for that reason. I don't really have like any expectations for it. I don't really know who Wonder Man is. It's probably just my ignorance.
Mhm.
But I'm excited to watch it. I'm not going to say I'm not. However, there's just so much stuff that unfortunately didn't make the cut. So for me, number 10, I actually have Peacemaker season 2, or I guess season 1. I'm not too sure what James Gunn is looking to do with it. Give me your number 9.
At my number 9, I have Eyes of Wakanda.
Mm.
Yeah, so this list is pretty tough because there's a lot of heat for 2025. For a show like this to be so low, I think is just a testament to everything else that's, on the list. So, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I have it just above Wonder Man being a show, or yeah, being a character, I should say, that I don't really have any prior knowledge on, and I don't even think leading into Wonder Man I will have read anything to kind of
Yeah,
bring
probably
myself
not.
up to speed. I'm probably just gonna be experiencing it for the first time, like many other MCU Marvel fans or
I think a
whatever.
lot of anybody who's mainly like MCU, that's how they get most of their Marvel content, has absolutely no idea who the hell Wonder Man is.
I
So,
heard of them, and I'm just
yeah,
like,
no idea. Yeah,
yeah, no,
and I think giving lesser known characters this kind of mainstream appeal or mainstream like exposure is going to be really good. It's going to be interesting to see how the public reacts to it too. So it's definitely on my radar. I'm excited for it. But so Eyes of Wakanda is actually what I have at number 9. Also,
nice.
I think we were supposed to get it this year. I think there was that, and then the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, whatever it was called before, Spider-Man first year or something like that.
Oh, right, right, yeah,
That we were
freshman year or
yes,
something.
freshman year. So was expecting that and Eyes of Wakanda this year, but it got pushed back next year. So I'm excited. It looks good. Any more Marvel cartoons, I'm all about. I'm not a big fan of the what if art style. So hopefully it kind of has its own thing, kind of like how 97 did and how Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man does.
Mm,
But I think it's gonna be good regardless. For my number 8, I have Invincible season 3.
nice.
Yes, because I'm big high on Invincible. It's such a good. I mean, it's been out for forever. The comics. So to finally get the adaptation, the seasons have been slowly coming out. I know
Mm,
there's been a lot of like pushback on the animation and how it looks in comparison to like things like 97 and things like all the other cartoon adaptations that are coming out. Even Creature Commandos is coming out right now. Um, kind of is a little lackluster, which I don't know if that's on Amazon's fault, if that's on the production company's fault, whoever that is. But I'm expecting big things from season 3. It's going to be good. I don't want to spoil it, but be on the lookout for some maybe new suit changes. It's gonna be interesting. So, what do you got for number 8?
so for my number 8, I have Ironheart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is a show that I'm not gonna lie. I mean, even now a little bit, I'm kind of questioning like, why is she getting a show? I got nothing against Riri. Don't get me wrong. I loved her in Wakanda Forever, but I still don't know why she's getting her own show, especially when you consider that Mephisto is rumored to be in this.
Yeah,
So it's like very like, this seems pretty random to me. But hey, Disney Plus shows tend to do have an effect where they catch people off guard
like
with their
like
television.
Agatha.
Yeah, it's like they produce shows that you at first glance wouldn't expect to have any feeling towards, and then it ends up being a banger and you're just like, "Wow, like this was actually an amazing experience." So, I'm hoping that's what happens here with Ironheart. But I'm not gonna hold my breath, and that's why it's at number 8.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's unfortunately not on my list for that same reason. Just because, like, same with Wonder Man, it's just kind of like a okay. I will hold my judgment. Hopefully, it blows me away. I was pretty high on Echo in 2023 before it came out, and then it came out, and while it was good, it kind of didn't live up to the expectation that we thought it was going to have,
Mm-mm.
or to the expectations that we had for it. So that's why I'm holding my breath. Love Riri, loved her in Wakanda Forever. Um, but like you said, not sure why. But we also said the same thing about Agatha's. Like, why is Agatha getting a show? And then lo and behold, it's like one of the best things that came out this year. So
Yeah.
hopefully they're able to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, Agatha ended up being a show that it started off with her being like the main focus, but then when you realize, oh shit, this is this is a Billy show.
Yeah, it's Billy's story the whole
This is
time.
this is a show. This is like almost like a prequel to what is really gonna come up later
Yeah.
on. So maybe that's what Ironheart's gonna end up being for whatever they decide to
Mhm.
set up within her, show.
Which would be nice. I have absolutely no idea how Mephisto ties into anything to do with Ironheart.
Yeah.
I was expecting maybe like Ghost Rider to have Mephisto come in or anything with literally anybody else. Even with
Right.
Agatha having Mephisto come in would have made more sense just because witches and all that shit. So number 7. I'll let you go. What you got at number 7?
So this might come to some surprise as to why it's so low on my list, and I will explain in a moment. But it's gonna be Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Wow. Okay. All right. Why do you have it so low?
So I have it that low because in my humblest of honest feelings, and as big of a Spider-Man fan that I am, look at all the stuff I have there. I am kind of in, I guess, question like, why are we getting a prequel animated series?
I don't even know, not to cut you off, but I don't even know if it's a prequel anymore. I don't really know what it even is anymore.
So I could tell you it has to be because they recently released a prequel comic that ties in to when it starts in January.
Okay.
And this is the first Marvel project all year that's gonna basically kickstart 2025.
Mhm.
And I'm obviously gonna watch it. And I read that first issue already of the prelude or whatever. And I gotta be honest, I'm just like, I don't know why we're doing this. Like, we are how many years deep, especially after, Toby started us off in the early 2000s. Now we're with Tom. Tom had a very unique upbringing, 3 movies, a bunch of different features. Dude's already goated legend, has a great resume.
It's true.
And now we're looking forward towards what's gonna potentially happen in his 4th film,
Right.
whilst thinking of what is happening around him, like Doomsday,
The whole
the
universe
Fantastic
collapsing.
Four. Exactly, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, to see this, even as a Spider-Man fan, listen, I know when to turn my brain on and off when it comes to the excitement. I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm just like, I don't know why this is here. Like, the
Yeah.
only the only Spider-Man show that should ever come out is if they're gonna do Spider-Man 98, okay? From, like how they did 97 for X-Men. We
Mhm,
need that
mhm,
for
mhm.
Spider-Man, and they need to go back to form for that. That's totally acceptable. But this, I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm there with you. It's actually not even on my list for basically all those same reasons. I wanna be excited for it, but at the same time, there's so much else coming out that it's
Exactly.
kinda like I mean, and plus it's at the beginning of the year, so we'll see. I'm hopeful that it's all sleeper hits. I'm hoping that Disney took their foot off of Kevin Feige and Marvel's neck and is letting them breathe and kind of actually develop things and make things good. Like they used to make them, but like actually like give them some room to breathe because I know I think it's been pushed back and been renamed and been reworked. So I'm hoping that it's good. My number 7, another Marvel animated project is actually Marvel Zombies. I believe it's a
Mm,
4-part series. Marvel Zombies is a massive hit in the comics. We saw a little bit of taste of it in What If Season 1, and I
mm.
think a lot of that I think what it ended up having like not Spider-Man. Who was in it? Zombie Wanda was there, and I can't remember all
Oh,
the characters, but I remember seeing that, and it was just, like, absolutely crazy, and then even some of the zombies came back into the penultimate episode of What If Season 2 when Captain Carter was trying to get her way out of wherever the hell they were at, it
it
was
was
her.
nutty.
Yeah, and all that shit going on, so, I'm excited that it's getting its own show. It's gonna be very, very cool, it's gonna be very fun, it's gonna be very gory, I think it's rated TVMA. So it's a little bit more of an adult show, probably just because of zombies. They normally get like the
Mm,
R rating just because of gore. Pretty high on my list. I know it's only like a 4-part series, but I think it'll actually be really good. And I think it'll get a lot of different eyes on the Marvel animated stuff from people that probably normally wouldn't look at it because it's more of like a horror thing. So I'm higher on it. I mean, it's only number 7. So my number 6, I actually have Captain America: Brave New World. At number
wow.
6. Only because the movie has gone through so many reshoots, the name's been changed, we have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen. What is it actually gonna end up being? This is Sam's movie. Don't fuck up Sam's movie. He's a good man. Please let him have this moment. I want it to be good, but I think number 6 is probably where it's gonna land, which is unfortunate, but I think, there's another movie coming out later this year that is really gonna mark the new era of Marvel going forward. What do you have at number 6?
So interestingly enough, and I will admit I haven't even had time or the opportunity to watch the second season, but I'm gonna give it to Invincible season 3 because
Mm,
I
mhm,
already
mhm,
know
mhm.
Invincible is fire.
Yes, it is.
And as a fan of the series, I own all 3 of the big
You're the big
compendium
guys.
comics,
Mhm.
Johns. You know, Invincible has been a hit, and so I'm gonna at least give it its due and putting it at my number 6.
That's fair. What do you got at number 5?
So my number 5 out of the best projects for 2025 is Thunderbolts.
Ooh, okay.
So I have it that high right now because I feel like people they're underestimating what this movie could actually do and set up when you consider like that it's actually coming out after Captain America.
Right.
So it's like that movie is already being like highly anticipated to be crazy and potential is nutty.
Yeah.
And if the events of that is gonna bleed into Thunderbolts, and mind you, the movie is called Thunderbolts with an asterisk. So what I really think it is Dark Avengers.
If that ends up playing out, I mean, they took over the Avengers Tower. Somebody bought the tower, and they're there. So it might as well be called Dark Avengers at this point. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll even get Red Hulk, and then they have a Hulk, just just like the normal Avengers do, right?
Like
So
what movies has an asterisk in it? Like they did that on purpose. Like I
exactly.
bet you it's gonna be one of those things. Like remember how at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the whole show logo changed to Captain America and the Winter Soldier?
Yes.
Bro, I'm telling you at
Same
the
thing.
end, after you're gonna see the Thunderbolts name, the asterisk is gonna slice it or something, it's gonna turn into Dark Avengers,
I
something
can
like
see
that.
that. I can see that happening. It's like the title card won't happen for like the first 15 minutes, and then it'll happen when they all get together and they kind of land on the name, and then it comes up Thunderbolts, Slice, Dark Avenger. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm.
I'm about it. I'm about it. I don't know if Dark Avengers now kind of sounds pretty corny. However, if it happens, I probably will be very hyped at the theater for it. I'm not even
It's
gonna
one of
lie.
those things you have to see it to really
Yeah,
feel it.
exactly. Yeah, for sure. All right, so my number 5 is not Thunderbolts. It is actually Gen V season 2.
Nice, okay.
So
Shout
so
out to the
j
boys.
yes, The Boys on a hot streak. The Boys proper is coming to an end very soon. I
Wow.
think either this coming season or the next season, but Gen V, season 1 was a sleeper hit. People weren't really expecting too much out of it. Ended up being huge. Very good. So season 2 coming out, I don't know exactly when next year, but I have high hopes for it as well. My number 4 is Daredevil Born Again, and I wanna have it
Oh,
higher. However, the 3 above it, I think, are gonna be as good, if not better than this. But Daredevil, this has been years in the making that we're finally getting to see our boy have his time in the spotlight, in his own show, all the cast back together. Um, I am so fucking excited for the show. When I watched it with Sarah, my fiance. She loved the show. She's excited for it. Everybody I know that loves comics is excited for it. Charlie Cox back again once again. Back again once again. Boom. Adding the shotgun effects. Back in the saddle. I don't even know if we've seen the costume outside of leaks. I think there might have been some. Don't care. Very, very, high on Daredevil. I think everybody is. We got shades of him in Echo. We got shades of him in She-Hulk. So now to finally get him in the MCU. Oh, we got shades of him in No Way Home too. So it's just been like slowly feeding us everybody's favorite superhero. Just a little bit, little bit, little bit. And I think when this show finally comes out, people are going to be like, "Yes, Daredevil is that guy back on top once again." So I'm excited. I am excited. So what do you have at number 4?
alright. So, at number 4 for me, and, you will probably be like, "I'm surprised,"
Okay.
because of everything you could take under consideration. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and they need this. I'm giving it to Superman. For so many years, even doing content here on Incredibly, you guys might think that we're DC haters, at least me.
You're
And
definitely a DC hater, but it's
but let me
okay.
tell you, no, no, no. It's not that I'm a DC hater. I'm a DC decision maker hater because
That's fair.
as a fan of comic books and superheroes, I'm always trying to see what's up.
Mhm.
What's what wagwan, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I want to be entertained
Mm.
and I want to be taken on dope ass rides, going
Mhm,
through all
mhm,
this
mhm.
crazy adventurous type shit or whatever. I just want to see some really good superhero films.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not hard
Agree
to
with
not much to ask for.
Amen.
And so the fact that James Gunn doing his good work over at Marvel, now he's taking his talents to DC. Hey, listen, that's fine as long as you actually establish something here. Now, I will say
He's gotta
I was
deliver.
very upset with what happened with the Snyderverse as far as him just cutting it after all the fucking redos and we're restarting and this and that. And it's just like I have wanted DC to collectively get their shit together on the big screen for years.
Forever. Since the Dark Knight trilogy. Ever since then.
Yo,
Yeah.
since then, and that is a long time, and we're only getting older,
Yeah.
and we're out here. Marvel is thriving. They're
Been
setting up
thriving.
some crazy shit, and I just want DC to also get it together as well. And so we're finally here, 2025, and Superman is going to start us off, rightfully so.
Mhm.
And we'll see how this plays off into whatever may come next. I just hope that they don't fall on the same mistakes that they made where they tried to rush out projects for the sake of because let me tell you something. There at this point, there is no catching up to Marvel.
No, you can't. You
You
gotta
can
play your own game.
play your
Yeah.
own fucking game.
Yep. I will say James Gunn has come out and said explicitly that he will not green light a project until they have a finalized script for it. Like it is not going to be like a hey, here go make I don't know Ant Man, and then oh wait
Right.
now we got to find the director. Take Blade. It's like oh yeah we're gonna make a Blade movie. All right, well now we don't have a fucking script. Oh, well now we don't have a director. James Gunn is like, none of that.
Right.
None of that. Once we have a script, then we will proceed. Once we have XYZ in line. So I think he's taking the right approach, to be seen. But it's
I will
all everything looks good for now.
the last thing I just wanna say about this is, like, I know that with the right people, really good things can come out of anything.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
like I'm saying, I've been a very big Marvel fan. I've been one of those MCU fans where it's just like, you got to make something like fucking Craven or Madam Web for me to even say anything bad about
Right.
it, about
Right.
anything, right? And I know that they can do it. DC has the TV shows, godlike. The animated shows, godlike. Like, come on, let's get it together. Like, get the movies right. And I want them to get the movies right. So that way, in 10, 15 years, we will finally see the Justice League of America versus the Avengers.
You're fucking crazy.
Bro, if it happened in
No,
the comics, it can happen
we'll
in
see, man.
life.
We'll see. Kevin Feige and James Gunn are probably buddies. I'd imagine they're buddies. They could make it happen. We'll see. It would be probably the biggest blockbuster experience of all time.
Like I said,
If it's
give it 10
correct.
to 15 years
Yeah.
from this point on.
One can hope. One can hope. I can't follow that up, but so my number 3 my number 3 is actually Thunderbolts.
Okay.
I am very high. I have a lot of Thunderbolt stock. I bought it all up.
Mm,
I think it's actually gonna be really good getting to see the Sentry. Bucky's in the movie, Elena's in the movie, everybody else, I'm forgetting Ghost. Um, I think it's actually going to be the movie that people have been craving from Marvel for a while. It's gonna be like a just a crazy action, explosions happening, crazy stunts, all of it. Getting to see the Sentry is gonna be really interesting, and how that plays out, and how do they utilize Bob, what's gonna happen in the future? Because I don't know if you know, but like kind of when I think it was with Sentry where they kind of were like, "Hey, he's actually been here the whole time," and they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, he's been in this comic, this blah, 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 blah," through the
right.
list. So I'm kind of hoping to see something like that out of them, where it's like, "Oh yeah, Bob's been here the whole time helping the Avengers, and like here he is in New York when everything went down, and the portal opens up in the sky. Here he's been here, this, that, and the third." So I'm looking to see what they're going to do. I think it'll be um all the Marvel movies this year are going to be make or break, if I'm being honest. But I think I have more faith in Thunderbolts and in my number one choice, which you can probably guess by now, versus um, what I have in Captain America. Unfortunately, I just think there's just been too many problems surrounding the movie. I just don't have faith in it. So I'm gonna go number two, and then you'll do number one last, and then I'll go number
Wait,
one.
did
So
we skip
oh,
3?
sorry, you're number 3. What is your number 3?
Captain America Brave New World.
Ooh, alright. Let me know why. Tell me why.
I'm telling you guys, I know you said earlier that there's been a lot of reshoots and this and that, pushed back, and you are correct.
Mhm.
One would definitely be skeptical about this based on all those
I know,
things,
and I don't wanna be, you know?
and I understand that. I do. But I'm putting it at number 3 because I really think this movie is going to wow a lot of people. This film is going to truly set the tone and stage for what is known to come, especially if we get our first glimpse at Dr. Dizoom.
You think Doom's gonna show up in Captain America versus in Fantastic Four?
Bro,
After credit scene?
bro, I'm telling let's get to that one. 'Cause I
Alright.
got words.
Alright. Well, give me I'm gonna do number 2, and then
Okay.
you'll go number 2, and then number 1, and then I'll come back number 1. So my number 2 is actually Superman Legacy.
Oh, high hopes.
I have this movie needs to fucking bang.
It has to.
All these movies need to, but this movie specifically, going back to Superman to start off your legacy. Superman is like the titular superhero. Super's in the fucking name, right?
Uh,
It has to be good. The tagline, look up. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's actually a good fucking movie. Let's hope. Like that's what I need. That is what we need. So I'm putting all of my stock into Superman Legacy to be good. I trust James Gunn. Some people are very low on James Gunn. They don't believe in him. They think he's overexposed to the media. He's been talking too much shit online to all the haters. I disagree. I think he's standing his ground and is saying, hey, you need to turn up to see these movies. You need to watch the movie, and then you can hate on me. Then that's fair, right? That's fine. So I have faith in James Gunn. I like all of his movies, regardless of what you think of him and his old filmography. I think it's going to be the movie of the year behind my number one. So what is your number two?
Number 2, Daredevil,
Yes.
Born Again.
Mm.
I don't understand. I don't think. Actually, maybe people are ready for it because we've been waiting very patiently. That's another series that was kind of up in the air as far as the direction,
Yes, it was.
and I'm very glad that whoever made the right decisions to be like, "Hey, I don't know what y'all thinking, but y'all need Foggy, okay, and y'all need Karen Page, or else this show is
Right.
not Daredevil."
Yeah.
All right. So they got the Ridge Tridge back again, once
Ridge
again,
Tridge.
in addition to the Punisher. We already know this series is going to bang out the wazoo. They should have called Daredevil King of the Streets. That's what
Ooh.
it should have been called. Not Born Again, Daredevil King of the Streets,
King of the
because
streets.
once that shit comes out, people are gonna recognize
It's true.
the
They'll
people
remember
gonna be like they're gonna remember like where the fuck Hell's Kitchen is at. Oh my
the
god, I can't wait.
the one
I
by one
know I
block.
like literally, you know how we felt towards Echo? Well,
Mhm.
all those emotions, it's gonna go right to there.
Times 1,000. It's going right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I'm just also like I can't wait to see like what the show does and then what it'll set up and like what other things, cuz it would be I can't imagine them not making a reference to how, oh, he recently just had a client and it's like Peter Parker, remember,
Yeah.
like,
Mhm, mhm,
they
mhm.
got to do that. They have
Well,
to.
he's not gonna remember well, he doesn't know Peter Spider-Man, but he knows oh, he won't remember Peter Parker because nobody remembers Peter Parker.
That is wait, I thought they don't remember that
No,
he was Spider-Man.
nobody remembers him because remember he's in the coffee shop
Oh,
and
that's right.
yeah, MJ doesn't remember him, Ned doesn't remember him.
It would be
Yeah.
crazy if he literally has a moment though and he's just like, I
Remember
had
that
a
heartbeat.
client and I was doing something, I caught a
Yeah,
brick, but then I don't
yeah.
remember.
I don't remember who it was.
He had a really attractive aunt.
Yeah, his aunt was hot.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be funny.
Alright, so Daredevil number 2. What is your number 1 gonna be the best project, hottest movie of the year?
I think we lined up.
I think we lined up on this one too. Do you wanna say it on
Fantastic
3?
4.
Alright, that works.
I
Fantastic Four, absolutely. This movie's gonna fuck. This movie this movie is gonna be so good. I have no worries. Like, seeing all the teasers that came out of Comic-Con, like, when, I know we saw, like, little glimpses of it, but there's that moment in the teaser where it's, like, showing the side of the building, and then you see
Oh,
Galactus come
Galactus?
down, and his
Yeah.
fucking eyes are, like, in the thing. Insane. Getting to see the Thing again on screen. I fucking love Ben Grimm, dude. I love the Thing. He's always been, like, a favorite of mine as a kid, even now. Pedro Pascal is so hot right now. Joseph Quinn is very hot right now. Um, Gladiator 2, not very hot. They're both in it. Just saying it wasn't a great movie. But
Oof.
I think this is their redemption, is Marvel glory, not in the gladiatorial pits, in the Marvel Studios is where they will find gold. I have
Mm,
no doubt. Plus
bet.
Doom. Plus Doom. So you can't have Fantastic Four without Doom. So this movie is literally make or break. Has to be the hottest movie of the year. Well, I think it and Superman have to be the biggest films that we've seen in the last decade. Easy.
Okay.
I think one for DC to actually solidify itself as a contender and to show that they can make good films for Superman, and then for Fantastic Four to say the next phase of Marvel is going to be just as good as you remember it being, if not better. Like and it has to. And I think that's what I was saying earlier. Is like Thunderbolts is whatever. I think Thunderbolts is going to be great. I'm really not worried about Thunderbolts because all the characters that are in it, we all really like for the most part. I think Ghost is like the only one that's kind of iffy because it's been so long. Um, Captain America: Brave New World. I don't have faith in it, but I think a lot of people know that it's gonna be it's like been a rocky ride, and so it could be a little rocky landing. Fantastic Four is gonna usher in the era of Doom, and it is gonna be glorious, and I
Mm,
cannot wait.
I can't wait either.
And it's gonna be time for you to say to your family, "Look at this fucking Fantastic Four movie.
You know how
This is that shit."
you don't understand how many people I'm gonna curse out in my own
Yes.
family after that fucking movie
You gotta
comes
take
out.
them all to the movie. Be like, "Sit your ass down. We're watching this shit."
Yo, I would love to do that. I would really be like, okay, guys, it's time. After all these years of harassment,
Yes.
ridiculing,
Mm,
embarrassment,
mm,
y'all trying to make me sound like I was a fucking OD fan of the Fan Four Stick movie. No, I
mm-mm.
enjoyed it. I thought it was fine, but I did not say it was the greatest thing ever. But you know what? If you ask them, they will tell you otherwise and make me look like a freaking fool. Well, I'm gonna be the one to make my family look like fools after they see this movie because I have all faith that Kevin Feige led squad going in with this new direction. This Fantastic Four movie is gonna blow people out of their fucking socks. Okay.
I could not agree more.
Mm.
All right. So, quick recap. We're going to post these lists somewhere, probably Twitter. We can post it down in the comments or something afterwards. But my list of what's going to be the best and hottest projects, comic movie projects of next year, starting from number 10, we have Peacemaker Season 2, Eyes of Wakanda at number 9, Invincible Season 3 at number 8, Marvel Zombies number 7, Captain America Brave New World at number 6, The Boys Gen V at number 5, Daredevil Born Again number 4, Thunderbolts at 3, Superman Legacy at 2, and then Fantastic Four First Steps at number 1. That's my list. Ooch, what do you got?
At number 10, I got Wonder Man. At number 9, I have Eyes of Wakanda. For number 8, I have Ironheart.
Mm.
Almost did the no, that's Attack on Titan. Um, for number 7, I have Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. For number 6, Invincible Season 3. At number 5, The Thunderbolts with an asterisk.
Mm.
Number 4, I'm taking what you said. It's not a bird, it's a plane. It's a good movie. Superman. At number 3, Captain America 4, The Brave New World. And number 2, Daredevil Born Again. Should be called Daredevil King of the Streets. And at number 1, the best movie of 2025 will be The Fantastic Four, The First Steps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It fucking better be. And with that, that is our wrap up. Join us next year at the end of the year to see how right and how wrong we were. First Steps better be number 1. That's all I'm gonna fucking say. It's gotta be
Facts.
number 1.
I could be wrong about
I,
everything else, but that shit better be the number
yeah,
one.
I will say if Superman is better than First Steps, that's okay, so long as they're both good.
Right.
You know,
I'll be alright with
I'm
that.
okay with both, but they both Marvel and DC need to win. So make sure to join us next year. Have a good Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever else you celebrate, Kwanzaa. Happy New Year. We'll be back again in 2025 with we'll probably be doing some reactions, hopefully, to Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, at least some discussion, as well as to What If, and then who knows? We'll see. I know we wanted to do some Sonic 3 stuff. Might
Uh,
happen. Hopefully, that's in there. But it's going to be good. All of our links you can find down in the description below. Make sure to join us on our Discord. You can find that in the description below as well. But please like, comment, subscribe. Obviously, check out Uchi's stuff down below. It's in the description below as well. Anything else I didn't cover? I think that's about it. We'll see you next time. Bye.
yeah.